class Leilun Nishmat, dedicated Leilun Nishmat Devorah Fege Bat Shemuel and Ora Devorah Bat Shemuel. Just to clarify a little bit the halachot that we were talking in the shul inside, we explained that this Shabbat, Seudah Shlishit, gotta be done before 8 o'clock, correct? The reason is because we have a rule. The rule is that Ben Hashemashot, after Shekiyah, we have around 20 minutes that is a doubt if it's called day or night. So usually, this Safek Ben Hashemashot, in things that are the Rabbanan, like fasts, we don't consider that as night. We're being Mekel. However, because Tisha B'Av, Chachamim established it with a very high Chumrah, to be considered like it's the Oraita, therefore, we should not eat and drink from Shekiyah and on. Right? So at 8 o'clock, we must stop the drinking and eating. However, Shabbat is still Shabbat, so we have to apply all the halachot of Shabbat. All the halachot of Shabbat, Zemirot Shabbat, Divrei Torah. You continue all your Seudah normal, you just stop eating and drinking at 8 p.m. Rabbi, when we look a little bit inside, we're going to find something very strange regarding Tisha B'Av. Very strange. You know, from Yud Zayin Tammuz, every day or every week, it's becoming worse and worse in the halachot. This year, because we have Tisha B'Av falling on Shabbat and it's being pushed, there are many halachot that we don't do. But in a regular year, Shavua Shehalbo, we're not allowed to take hot showers. We're not allowed to use clean garments. Many halachot. When you get to Erev Tisha B'Av, meaning Seudah Mafseket this year, like I just explained, doesn't apply, but it normally applies by sitting down on the floor and eating Seudah Mafseket by yourself. You're not allowed to be 3 men altogether. You're not allowed to eat more than 1 plate cooked. Many halachot. We get to Tisha B'Av, everything is dark, we're not allowed to say hello. The 5 restrictions of Tisha B'Av. And then all of a sudden, comes Tisha B'Av, Hatzot, midday, and yalla, it's over. We stand up, we sit down in normal chairs, we continue. It's like, now we're passing to another stage. A stage of happiness. And the question is why? I mean, let me just finish the day, Let me connect myself to the morning. Second question is, or second thing that it's weird, there is a Mizmor, Tehillim. Mizmor le'asaf. Elokim ba'u goim benachalatecha. Let's try to translate the pasuk, you help me. Ba'u goim benachalatecha. The goim came up to your sanctuary. V'timu et echal kodshecha. And they made all the sanctuary impure. Samu et Yerushalayim ne'im. You make Yerushalayim like an empty place. And the pasuk over there, the whole perek of Tehillim is talking about the disasters that the Goyim did in the Bet HaMikdash. And ask the Gemara, I don't understand. Mizmor le'asaf? Mizmor, it's a song. You're not singing over here. You're talking about mourning and tragedies. That's not a song. The Gemara asks, was supposed to say, Kina le'asaf. Kina, it's a way of mourning. It's a way of sadness. Why Mizmor le'asaf? And Rabotai, when you look inside, all Tisha B'Av is about this type of contradiction in between happiness, sadness on one side, and right away happiness. And we have to understand the reason. What's the reason behind it? And maybe that will help us out to try to feel more connected to Tisha B'Av. There is a beautiful mashal. The mashal is about a king. The king had a son, and the son was a troublemaker, making balagan, problems, embarrassing his parents, embarrassing the kingdom. And the father was very tough with him, was punishing him every single day. Until one day, the father didn't know what to do anymore. He took his son and he told him, Motek, take your stuff, get out of here. You out. You out. I don't want you to be any more part of the kingdom. You're not going to be the next king. Take your stuff. I'm not going to punish you anymore. Just get out of here. And the son, who cares? He took his stuff and he left the palace, walking on the streets. He finds one of his teachers. Teacher asks him, what are you doing here by yourself? Explain him, listen, this is what happened, but you know what? I'm happy because my father is not going to punish me anymore. And the teacher looks at him, Tipesh, what are you talking about? When he was punishing you, was something good, positive. Why? Because still you have the hope to be one day the next king. Now they're going to throw you out. Now you have no more future. Rabotai, Chachamim are taking this mashal and they're telling us this is what's going on Tisha B'Av. Tisha B'Av was a very tough day. Just to explain it, when we talk about the Holocaust, we all become serious and the things are very, very delicate, correct? The one that opens up the books, Gemarot, Sifre, like Yosifun, that explains all what happened in the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. We find terrible things. Rabotai, according to what we know, we're talking about much larger number of Jews that were killed at the time of the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash than at the Holocaust. The disasters of the ways of killing. There was a city by name Beitar. The city was a valley. It was in between two mountains. The Chachamim are telling us that they killed so many people. Jewish city, they killed so many people that in the valley, down in the valley, became a river of blood. Says the Gemara, how tall was the river of blood? The Gemara says it was getting until the neck of a horse. Just to understand, tragedies. And when we think about those tragedies, we say, Borei Olam, why? Why? Why you did the Holocaust? Why you did so many problems? Why we had to suffer for so long? For what? And comes Asaf and he says, Mizmor, a song. You know why this is a song? Because if Borei Olam is punishing us, that means that we're still in the kingdom. If Borei Olam is still punishing us, that means that we have a hope, that He wants us to change. Say Asaf, all the time that we're still under Borei Olam's house, Borei Olam's hands, even though it's tough, it's a mizmor, it's a song. Bar Minan, if Borei Olam was taking us out and was throwing us, then that was a reason really to be mourning without being happy. Anyway, I was giving a class yesterday, and in that class I mentioned what Rav Dessler writes down. He says like this. He says there are days that are called days of love. And there are days that are called days of hate. And Rav Dessler explains, days of love are the days that everything is going smooth. You know, you put your hand, gold is coming out. Every single business is going well. Your family loves you. Your social, your friends. Not only in the physical way, spiritual as well. You come, you learn, your learning is going up till Shamayim. Your tefillot, unbelievable. Days of love. There are days that are called days of hate. When everything is going bad. When you try to pray and you feel a wall, you feel your heart is stone. When you see problems here and there. So ask Rav Dessler why we need days of love and days of hate. Why you don't give me days of love and that's it? Or you know what? Give me part of life. Part. Not here, not there. Standard. Why we have to be ups and downs, ups and downs? So I give them a mashal, I give them an example. The example is when you have a child that starts to walk, 2 years old child, and the parents hold him from both of the hands, correct? And they start walking, he starts walking. How are the parents? Everybody, hey, so nice. And the parents are holding him, And he's walking and he smiles. He's happy. Then one of those days, the father, in the middle of holding the sons from both hands, he decides, Yalla, today I'm taking out one hand. Takes out the hand, and the son gets a little bit nervous. You know, he holds both of the hands in one of the hands of the father. But still the parents are, clapping and smiling. And after a few days, the father is holding now from one hand, and then he leaves. And the child, nervous, if he's able to make one or two steps, then he falls. And when he falls, hurts. And when it hurts, he cries. And he's crying because his leg is with a lot of pain, and he looks up to the huge parents. And what he sees that the parents are clapping and smiling. Rabbi, let's put ourselves 1 second inside this mind of the baby. If I was a baby, I was looking up to my parents and I was saying, Daddy? Mom? What's going on with you? Hurts. I'm with pain. Why are you smiling? Why are you leaving me, by myself? Why you did this to me? But when we are becoming the parents, we're the most happy parents when we saw that our child was able to make these 3 steps even without holding. Because we know that we're going to be helping him out one more time to get up. And we're going to do it again. Because we want him to learn how to walk. And once he will learn how to walk, he will not need our help anymore. Rabotai, if you want to know our relationship in between God and us, look in between the relationship of parents and their sons. We are those childs. We are this baby of 2 years old when we get hit by I don't know who and I don't know what. And we look up in Shema and we ask God, why me? Why are you leaving me? Why are you throwing me to this galut, to this exile? For what? But HaKadosh Baruch Hu is happy. Because He knows that if you're going to be standing one more time and you're going to try to continue on, I know it's hard. And I know that right now you're having challenges in emunah, or challenges in your prayers, or challenges in whatever it is. But you have the courage to stand up and to give another 2 steps. If you still continue giving steps, God is clapping to you. So there was, I think I told you that, there was a rabbi, there was a young kid that came up to his grandmother's house. Good grandmother that she cooks all the time. And he comes to his grandmother's house and he says, Grandma, what is this smell? Whoa, you making my favorite cookies? Yes? Come sit down. I'm in the middle of preparing it. And the kid sits down and the grandma asks him, so Shmuley, how is in school? He says, Grandma, what can I tell you? School is hard. My teacher is a headache. Dad also is making me the troubles and, he's punishing me here and punishing me there. And the homeworks and oof. So the grandma looks at his son and he tells him, grandson, and she tells him, honey, you will like something tasty today? So of course, the smell is unbelievable. So no worry. Give me 2 minutes. She comes back, a full cup of flour. Here, the briut. Enjoy. He looks at the cup of flour. He looks at her. Grandma, everything okay today? What flour? I'm not going to eat a flour. So why not? Because it's not tasty. Okay. Comes back and forth from the kitchen, a cup of 5 eggs. Broken 5 eggs. Say, Grandma, you want me to call Mommy? You want me to, And like that she does with baking powder and sugar. Remember what's going on? She explains, listen, from all what I put in front of you, I make the delicious cookies that you love. The thing is that if you're going to say ichs to this and ichs to that, and you're going to throw it, your unbelievable cookies are never going to come out. And then she told him, in life, Borei Olam gives us the cups. And sometimes those cups, first view, first image, is ichs. God, why? I don't want it. Take it out from me. But Borei Olam is telling you, listen, Tzaddik, by having those cups, you're going to be able to make the most delicious thing in your life. You know why in the middle of Tisha B'Av we stand up? Because yes, was our sins and was our mistakes. But I want you to understand whatever happened, even the wrong things that happened, even the sins that you made, is also a plan of Borei Olam. Borei Olam wants you to learn from it and wants you to take out an unbelievable treasure that you can take out from those tragedies. There is no suffering and no mourning in Judaism that stays forever. The mourning is only to be able to jump and to get closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And just to finish up and connected to what we said yesterday. Rabotai, Mashiach, I was talking yesterday with some boys, and I asked them, what is Mashiach for you? What is Mashiach? Rabotai, Mashiach, it's not the salvation. And after Mashiach will come, the world is going to continue exactly the same. But you know what's Mashiach? We said it every single day. We're saying the prayers every single day, 3 times a day. Bayom ha'u yeh Hashem echad u'shmo echad. That day, Borei Olam will be one. And everybody will recognize that Borei Olam managed the world. You know what's Mashiach? Mashiach is to have clarity in life. Our life is dark. We don't see. We don't understand. We complain. We see problems. Where is God? Where I am? What I'm supposed to do? What I'm not supposed to do? We have a monk of clarity. You know why we're supposed to beg to Mashiach? Not because if there is problems, so I want Mashiach to solve the problems. No, Mashiach is coming not to solve problems. He's coming to solve our life by giving us clarity. And that's why it says, as the Gemara, Kol mitaber al Yerushalayim, whoever feels the monk of godliness in the world, whoever feels the pain of not having clarity, and he mourns about the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. So Kol mitaber al Yerushalayim, Sofo zoche ve'roeh b'simchata. He will be able to see his happiness at the end of the days. So Rabbi, let's take advantage of those days. Our days of sadness. But to take advantage how to go on. How to see Borei Olam in this world. And throughout our effort, Borei Olam is going to be clapping. And he's going to bring Mashiach Tzidkenu very soon. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, amen ve'amen. Rabbi Yechon ben Akashia Omer, Atzai Kadosh Baruch Hu Le'zachot et Yisrael Lefichach. Yibada en Torah mitzvot shenem el Adonai Hafetz.